Hi everybody. So I just finished gathering some papaya leaves with my son, and now I'm gonna prepare them and show you how I prepare them. So I am catching some water because I'm gonna wash them. See them here? What we did, we just stopped along the way. I was taking him to a birthday party and we stopped along the way. Whenever we saw a papaya tree, if it's somebody's yard, we knock them up and ask them. We ask them to donate a leaf from the top of the tree because it has to be a young leaf. The leaves have to be the young leaves. Alright, so it don't matter how old the tree is, as long as the leaves are new leaves, the new leaves that just come up and are growing, because the enzyme that is in it that we want to harness, they're the strongest in the young leaves. So I'm here pulling some water. The water pressure little low, don't worry about that. But I'm pulling some water, just a pot of water to wash the papaya leaf. And I'm gonna add some bleach. Alright, so I'm getting my little thingy and I'm gonna fill it with some bleach. I'm gonna put some bleach in it. Not a lot of bleach. This container holds 3 tablespoons, sorry. And I'm carrying it about 3/4 ways, and just a little bleach. And I'm going to finish it in there. Alright, because you want to wash off the pesticide. You don't know which one of these leaves have pesticide on it, so I'm washing off all the pesticide off of them. I'm going to show you how to prepare it. Now earlier on I boiled some water, alright, because I boil the water and I leave it to cool. And in the water I added some bay leaves. When I finished boiling the water, never one tip I want everybody to hear, because people keep on asking me about boiling the papaya leaves and boiling the herbs. Don't boil your herbs. You must never boil your herbs. When you boil herbs, you denature the herbs. So everything that you want everything that you want to work, you kill it. Right? No enzymes, which is what we're harnessing from this one is a little older. I probably don't use this one so much. But the enzymes that we want to get, the enzymes that you want to work in the papaya, enzymes die when the water temperature is too high. Right? So you can't boil it. I don't subscribe to boiling it at all. We're not making a tea. Papain, which is the enzyme that you're trying to harness from this, it will denature. Alright, so I'm just washing them off, as I say, and then I'm going to strain my water. And I'm straining it because as I finish boil it and turn it off, I added some bay leaves to it. I'm going to show you it shortly as soon as I'm done washing these leaves. And you can see some little insects coming off and about the place as I wash them, because the thing is, you don't know what insects hide under these leaves, and they tend to have insects hiding all over, and you don't know if people use pesticide on them sometimes. So yeah, you just want to wash them properly and then rinse them under the water. So just a little bleach, because we're going to chop it up, and then I'm going to wash them off under the water just to clean them up. Alright, then I'm gonna put them on my cutting board and chop them up fine, because we're gonna blend it. I'm just showing you how I'm preparing it, because this batch that I'm doing now, the pot that I boiled the water in, I think I can get probably 6 bottles out of it. It's 5. These are 5 leaves. I think this would be enough to make the six bottles. Alright, so this is the water that I boiled earlier, and this what you see around there is because I added bay leaf to it. I boiled it and I put the bay leaf. When I turn it off, I put the bay leaf in there just to infuse it. Bay leaf also is said to be good for inflammation, right? So we just add it in there because a lot of what is happening to these children, or whoever have the dengue, they get inflamed. Alright, so bay leaf, if you look on all the herbs that are good for dengue, you see that bay leaves is one herb. Alright, so this is my boiled water with bay leaf, and I'm gonna strain it off now and get ready, because this is what I'm going to use to blend the papaya leaf in. Alright, so I strain a little of the bay leaf in a jug. The water is not even though I boiled the water so long ago, I mean it's been a couple hours, it's still a little warm and not as cool as I'd want it to be, but it can work. It can work. As I said, it's not hot, because the hotter it is the more it will denature the enzyme. So you really want the water to be as cool as possible before you blend up the papaya leaf in it. So I'm gonna chop up the leaves now. Okay. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the stems, because I don't need the stems. Alright, so we're gonna take the stems off one by one. Alright, as I say, I don't think I'm gonna use much of this one, because even though it was at the top of the tree looked like it's damaged. So we're gonna cut off all the stems, because we'll be using the leaf alone. As you can see, this is a well-used kitchen, because when I've done cook my Sunday dinner, they go me there road and look proper. As I'm done with this, I have to go finish cook the people in Sunday dinner. Can't get everybody there road. Them late hours there, I cook. But that's bad Wi-Fi. Bad Wi-Fi money. But I guess everybody there road. Alright, so I'm removing all the stems. Alright? And we're going to chop them up fine. Alright, so we're gonna try and just chop them as fine as possible. Now remember, I am not a chef, I don't have no knife skills. Every time my son sees me use the knife in laugh, he's the one with the knife skills, okay? As he calls them. So I'm just going to chop them up fine, as we're gonna blend it up. And I'm gonna put them back in the pot that I was using earlier, that I washed them with. I rinsed out the pot already after I wash it with the bleach water, so I'm just gonna chop them up fine and place them in that pot. Alright, so this is how we're prepping it to blend it up. Alright, so I just want you to see what I'm doing, the methodology, so you know, because even though these are being done to donate to some of the mothers, I can give it to a children's hospital. I can get them all across Jamaica. So who can do it and give them out, do it and give them out. If your children have it, or if you know a child with it, please donate. Give them some, because this thing's saving lives, believe me. And how it works, as I said before, papaya has some very powerful enzymes. I'm a physiotherapist by profession. Many people don't know that, but that's my day job. And when I was in training, we used to use the same papaya leaves, dried papaya leaves. We used to make them in a powder and put them in decubitus ulcers, what we call pressure sore. When people have these wounds, we used to make this thing into a powder and put it in there, and it heals fast. You know that when you have ulcers, you drink it, and it helps you, the papaya, and the papaya seed as well, because it has some very powerful enzymes in it. Now, one of the things that these enzymes do, it raises the blood platelet levels. The platelet is the part of the blood that makes the blood clot. So what dengue does as a disease, it attacks the blood platelets. So when you hear people checking the blood count, the doctors checking the blood count at the hospital, they're checking to see the platelet levels, right? Because what dengue does, it attacks the platelet, it drops the platelet, right? So the spleen works overtime to produce platelets, right? And when that happens, the spleen swells. Now when the spleen swells too big, one of the problems is that the spleen can burst. And if the spleen bursts, that is fatal immediately, right? It is immediately fatal. The child will die. But another thing is when the blood doesn't clot because there are no platelets, not enough platelets. The platelets are normally between 150 and 400,000 platelets. I don't remember, I can't remember what the parts per mole or whatever, but the measurement is, they just say 150 to 400, right? No, with dengue, the platelets drop. What you find is that the platelets continuously drop, and it gets low and low and lower. One of my friends just told me that her child was in the ICU with a platelet of 6. My son platelet dropped to 15, and I thought that was bad. Remember now, the normal is 150 to 400. So imagine how I'm freaking out as a mother when my son only reached 15 and him bleeding through his skin. You can see the skin bleeding and his nose bleeding and all over. Well, when it drops lower than that. So when it dropped to 10 normally, they do the blood transfusions. And I mean 6 is dangerously low. Alright? So as I said earlier, also some see another young one here. This one is very young, so this one is good. Alright, so let me just chop this up. Fine, fine, fine. Alright, so this one is a bit older, so I don't think I'm going to use this one. This one looks old and tired. Alright, so yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to blend. So I'm pouring the cold water with bay leaf, infused bay leaf water I should call it, in the blender, because I'm just going to do it in batches. Alright, so I'm just going to put this up to 4 cups. Alright, because we're just going to blend it. It's simply nice, it's very simple, there's nothing complicated about it. As I said to you, we don't have to rinse off this blender top. We don't have to overcomplicate the issue. It's a simple preparation. Alright? Nothing complicated about it. So simple as that, right? We're just gonna blend it out, and I'm gonna, guess what now, I need another storage container or my big drum. Let me get my big igloo. Oh, I'm gonna store it in the big igloo until I'm ready to package them. So yeah, so let's blend it. So basically, that's the preparation, you understand? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna strain off all of this, and then you'll see the finished product. So I'm just gonna do the same thing with the rest. I have a little more to strain as well, and basically that's it. And then when I'm ready to bottle it, you will see. So let me just throw the rest of the water in here, and I'm gonna do the rest. All right. So that's the methodology. Alright, so I seem to have I don't have enough papaya leaf to do the entire batch of the water that I did. So I still have 4 more cups of water that I put in this jug to store until I get more leaves. So I only got 8 cups out of the number of leaves that I have, which, yes, I got about 8 cups. Alright, ideally you would want for the papaya leaf juice to be a darker, more chlorophyll filled green, but as you saw, the leaves were not dark, and it's nothing to do with the fact that the leaves are not good or whatever. It has more to do with the fact that nowadays the papaya leaf, they're just not green. If you look at them, you realize they're not green. Right? They're not dark green, I should say. They're like a light green. So I'm just gonna strain this last batch. Alright, move the blender back. Bring this here. Strain it. Alright. So this will give me about 4 bottles. Alright, so when I get the rest of the leaves, I'll gladly make more bottles, but this is what I have for now, and I'll find 4 people to give it to. I'm gonna get smaller bottles because really and truly nobody needs a full 500 ml because really and truly the dose is about 2 tablespoons. The dose is less than an ounce per serving, right? And you give it 3 to 4 times a day. So really and truly, nobody needs more than 250 ml in a bottle. But I don't have the 250 ml bottles. As you know, my product I have 500 ml bottles. So what I will do, I will probably go to the bottle factory and buy some smaller bottles so that this would actually be 8 bottles instead of the 4. But I'm going to encourage the mummies to share it. Alright, so let me just throw this back so you can see what the finished product looks like. And that's it. Alright, that's really and truly it. It's nothing complicated. I'm going to bottle them now. So I'm going to get the bottles and put them in the bottle and then cook my Sunday dinner. Alright. Alright, so this is a complete product. It's not as green as I'd want it to come out, but as I say, you saw the leaves, and the leaves, no, I didn't know what they is Papa tree them, especially the one them at town. They're not green like one time. They're not pretty and bright green like one time. This is not quite 4 bottles, but it will have to do because I just work with what I had. So this will, what I'll probably instruct them to do is use a little bit more than the 2 tablespoons. Just take a little bit more since it's so light green, since the color is so weak. But it will have to do because this is what I have available now, and it better than nothing at all. And port in a storm right now, this will probably help like about 8 children. As I said initially, I wanted to help a little more, but I have 2 more bottles to get out of the water that I had left. So I need like 2 more leaves, but because if you realize I use 4 leaves and is 1 bottle per leaf basically, you understand? So it work out, and we're just going to have to work with this. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna write up some little label and label it and take them down. But before I do that, I'm gonna cook my Sunday dinner. So take care of yourself. Okay, so that's my methodology for making the papaya leaf juice. Now it's bitter. It's very bitter, and when them take it sometime, them going to feel like them want to throw up. But just see if they can crack them nose and make them take it, because believe me, it works like a charm. It tastes bad though. So if you can donate papaya, I call it papaya, but most people call it papaya. If you can donate papaya leaves to me, please donate them to me. Inbox me if you have, and you can contribute to me. I have no issues making them. I'm also looking cash donation because I'm not selling these, but I'm using the material from my own product. As you say, I'm using my bottles, whatever. I'm using my resources to do this, and I will also have to pay, because people telling me that they're gonna send it to me on the notes, but I'm willing to pay for it. But we need a little help here and there. So if you have a little donation you can make, fine. I'm not doing this. It's not a for-profit operation. I'm going to give them away. Alright? Because I think we need to do something. Me feel said this is my little contribution. Remember also that I'm doing the dengue awareness blood drive and fundraiser to do as much as we can for these children who are dying every single day from dengue. The blood drive will be on the 20th of December. That's my birthday, Friday, December 20th. And we definitely set up shop by Slipen Road, the head office. But anywhere you are across the country, there are 12 locations island-wide where the blood banks are. Please go in and donate blood, because once the blood platelets drop below 10, the child needs a blood transfusion. So this is why the blood is so important, right? Now apart from that, we want, if you can donate kind, repellent, the repellent band, suppose you can buy 10 repellent bundles and donate them. The repellent spray, if you can donate bed netting, anything that you can donate, papaya leaves of course, anything that you can donate, I'm asking you to donate it. Alright, and if you don't have anything to donate, remember the GoFundMe page, the dengue awareness GoFundMe page. We're trying to raise at least $10,000 over time. Of course, I don't expect to raise all of it in the Christmas, but this is to help to get things that the blood bank can use, like the bags, because it's not just about the blood, it's about the bags to put the blood in, it's about the tubes, it's about the cannula to do the transfusion. So all of these are things that we can contribute. We also need dengue testing kits, because people are still not getting to do the dengue test, right? They have to send them down a Trinidad, a Carpa, and it's just a mess. So just remember, if you can make the papaya leaf juice and donate it to somebody with the dengue, may I beg you, do it. These 4 bottles are now going to go to Children's Hospital, where I'm sure they will benefit some of the children there. Take care of yourself. Tata. Sunday dinner time.